Hi everybody, Casey Zander here, and in today's video I'm going to be explaining specifically why women have the upper hand in the dating game in 2022, and quite frankly why it has been that way for a long time. Now I'm going to back this up with a little case study and a little story. So this girl I know, she was telling me that she got kicked off of a dating app. I think it was Tinder, okay? And I'm going to post a screenshot up here. I go, really, why? I had no idea this was going on. She goes, I kept sending guys my Cash App and making them pay me to talk to them. Okay, the whole premise of this video is going to be breaking down what men have actually became, why men have became this, and then ultimately what pursuing intimacy and pleasure 24/7 will actually do to you as a man if you decide to go down that road. Now, the points that I'm going to make today, you have to understand that these points will not work, and these points will not, like, the dating game cannot change unless a collective, like the whole, is willing to change their belief sets. So if 1 or 2 or 10 or 1,000 guys do this, it's not going to have any impact, right? But if those 1,000 guys do the things I'm about to say in this video, and they tell 1,000 more, and those 1,000 tell another 1,000, and so on and so forth, it spreads like wildfire. The only way to change the dating game is you need not only an up-leveling in belief sets, but you need an up-leveling in actually how you value yourself and what you value your attention. So in order to prevent things like this, every guy on planet Earth needs to flip the mindset, right? And the mindset flip that needs to happen would be, quote unquote, why does this person, the person that I'm talking to, like the person maybe I approached at the bar, the person that I matched with on Tinder, the person that I matched with on Bumble, don't care what it is. The mindset you need to come from is, why does this person deserve intimacy from me? Okay, why does this person deserve my S3X? Okay, yeah, I abbreviated. I don't know how it works with algorithms here, but why does this person deserve S3X from me? That's the mindset you need to have. Now, the biggest thing why it's hard for guys to actually adapt that mindset is because they are in the mindset where they believe that as a guy, you must pursue you must pursue for intimacy, or you must pursue for S3X, because not only is that what the girl is expecting, but if you don't do that, that makes you a weird person, right? But here's what you have to understand. What comes with pursuing for quick push button thrills, or what comes with pursuing for sex? Well, it's going to come with A, the cost of your time that you have to actually put into talking to that person, pursuing that person. But B, it's going to actually be causing you to give your attention away. So when you're giving not only your time and your attention away, that's the only resource that you have, because that is the only resource that you can't get back. So if you think about anything in life, I don't care if you're talking about business, like marketplaces, everything is supply and demand, okay? When demand goes up, cut supply. Now, since there is literally so much supply of men that are willing to go have S3X with any woman that they can get, you have to understand that the demand of actually obtaining a guy or retaining a guy for majority of women is extremely low. Why would they? They're readily available. I want you to close your eyes for a second, and I want you just to imagine that you have unlimited options. Like, seriously. I want you, like, because the guys that are pursuing women, I want you to, like, the typical girl who's like let's say, like fairly attractive, she has guys making 6 figures after, 7 figures after, low-level celebrities from time to time, just for existing. I want you to imagine being a normal, average, everyday guy, having, low-level swimsuit models after you, girls in magazines after you. I want you to imagine what that would feel like. If all you have to do is pop on an app, and those women are ready and available to meet you, sleep with you, and consistently stay with you whenever you'd like, all for you doing absolutely nothing. How urgent would you be to get into a relationship? How urgent would you be to try and meet more people? You probably wouldn't be, because you can wake up at any time and you can just flip on your phone and you can get the companion that you want instantly without doing anything. That's exactly how it is for women in 2022. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but what I am saying is that the tables are so drastically in one person's favor, and it's all because guys have no idea how to value themselves and value their attention. The two things you have to ask yourself at all times is, why do I give my attention away freely? Like, this person, beyond a pretty face, beyond shape, beyond figure, why is that enough for me to start investing time into a person when they have proved nothing nothing to the table? In retrospect to this, another thing you have to remember too is the second you pursue for intimacy, the second you pursue for sex, the second you pursue for any sort of pleasure, you are now becoming a taker. You're trying to extract value from the interaction. You're not just having an interaction to have an interaction and meet the person, you're trying to extract something. The interaction is now a step-by-step process of games and frames to obtain an end result. Okay? That is the quickest way to not only for that woman to sense that you're just after something, but it's extremely low value. Okay? Whenever somebody senses that you're trying to take something from them, is the second they close off. So I want you to imagine for a second like a pushy salesman. Okay? A pushy salesman, what they're going to do is they're going to greet you, they're going to ask a series of questions, but it's going to feel standardized. It's going to feel set up. And you as the consumer, you as the buyer, you're going to feel that. That's how the girl feels every time. So despite men being readily and available, what you have to understand is not only do they feel like the interactions are not genuine, but they feel as if they can't connect one-to-one with virtually any guy. So what you have to ask yourself is, number one, why do I give my free attention away? Number two, why do I give my resources away? If you're on apps where you are paying just to talk to women, if you're paying, like the fact that that girl can even do that and actually obtain money from that just shows how desperate men are just to even talk to a girl. Like, you have to value yourself more than that. So how do you do this? Well, you stop trying to sleep with women. Like, you change the game by actually being of value. So right now, here's what would happen. If every dude on planet Earth snapped their fingers and they decided, we're going to not give any attention, we're going to not talk, we're going to not pursue for S3X. We're literally just going to live our lives, maximize our time, and get ahead as much as possible to be high value men. If we did that, the tables would turn in 12 to 24 hours. Because the only way then for that companion or for that girl, for that woman to get any attention, to receive any compliments, to receive any genuine connection, they now have to bring something to the table. They now have to show femininity. They now have to show all these different things. So that way the guy can actually perk his interest. So when did it come to the point where a guy's value or a guy's attention is so meaningless that he has to pay a monetary investment just to speak words to the companion? It makes absolutely no sense. And these are the things that not only hundreds of guys are struggling with, but thousands or millions of guys are struggling with day to day. This is why I advise you. We now have 75 seats left inside the MBT Masculinity Blueprint Accelerator. That means after working with 3,000 individuals, after having over 1,000 testimonials inside of my vault, after watching guys' lives completely change, you are going to not only come into this program and be a totally different man afterwards that will stand the test of time and last for the rest of your life, but you have to understand one thing and one thing only. The links that I have down below, you are going to see numerous students who look just like you. All different backgrounds, all different parts of the country, right? Attracting and keeping the women that they've always wanted without playing games, without getting on these apps where they have to spend hours and hours giving their attention away, not to mention without doing things that make them feel like a cheesy sleaze or things of that nature. Authentic, real masculinity in the ways that women are hardwired to respond to. That is why I advise you to get into that program below. I have 2 specific links for that. The very first is my webinar link. Brand new shop for 2022. You can hop into that webinar. You can watch it A through Z. You're going to be seeing guys who have the girlfriends of their dreams, built a steady pipeline, deal with zero insecurity or approach anxiety. Like, these are rock solid things you need for the rest of your life. On top of that, if you have a quick link, like if you want to just grab the quick bootcamp link that I have below, without watching the webinar, you could hop into that program ASAP. And that is available to you right now. And for this month only, we are closing this down when we hit that 75 enrollment cap. So I highly advise you, hop into that before we hit capacity. Guys, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.